2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. Flushed out right. And incomplete to open things up. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Now, they've played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The Cardinals had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Hey. Come back. 2-2.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. First carry here for Ken Walker. There he goes left side. Now look out. He's to the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator?
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Duggan looking to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable for Lockett. Fighting him off. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Duggan will look to throw this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
So the completion gets them just a yard, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Duggan to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big gain of 31 on third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. To throw is Duggan. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Duggan. That is caught, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
And the Seahawks first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Here's 3rd and 10. Duggan now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing, Duggan. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Running on first down, Eckler. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down at 7. Back to throw. Dugan. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And the Seahawks first down.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Off the play fake, Dugan. His throw incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, Dugan. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incomplete.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now, because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they sure don't like giving up a block. They'll have something to work on as they get into practice next week.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now Murray sees something. He's going to change it up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
To throw on 2nd down, Dugan. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
To throw on 3rd down, Dugan. He's got his man. Complete to Smith and Jigba. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line.
26 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
Operating from the gun, Dugan. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. A huge play there for Arizona. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got Smith and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And this is caught. It's Brown. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Here's Murray. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Duggan looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Down the left sideline. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Extra point try now from Dicker. And the lead will shrink to 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he gets it up past the 35. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Up the middle, pick this up just shy of midfield. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Well, this feels like a late-season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save the timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Now 1st and goal. Eckler is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is in as they have tied up late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Down the left sideline. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This is 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. Dugan. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense